Hey guys, in this video, if you would like to see me make Tun Cornmeal, cornmeal in English, Tun Cornmeal in Patois, aka what do they call it, Polenta in other parts of the world like France. If you'd like to see me make Tun Cornmeal, guys, I'm not a Tun Cornmeal lover. But because I make it myself, I know I'm going to enjoy it, which is good, which is why it's good to, prepare your own certain dish that you don't enjoy. Maybe if you prepare it yourself, you'll enjoy it. And here I have it served with, let me get this out here. Here I have it served with curry chicken back, red herring leftover. And guys, I'll leave the link to those videos. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. So guys, for the Tun Cornmeal, or Tun Cornmeal, as we would say in Patois, Jamaican. If you say Jamaican, it's called Patois. Tun Cornmeal. So the Jamaicans take the R out of the turn word and call it Tun Cornmeal. I have a cup and a half of water I measured here, and then I'm gonna add, so all you need basically, guys, is like is just a little bit of salt. If you want to put 1/8 teaspoon, and or a 1/4 teaspoon for the amount I'm making. So these things are optional, right? Some people just go ahead, put the salt, and start turning the cornmeal. But I won't do that. I'm gonna put some seasoning because I like to season my pot. Okay, so some people just put scallion and thyme, but I'm gonna put onion and garlic, just a small piece, and leave that to boil for 5 minutes, and then I'll get back. I'll cover and let it boil for 5 minutes. So that's a cup and a half of water, and this step is optional, as I said. Okay, you don't have to you can just go ahead and start turning your cornmeal in the water that is boiling, but I'm going to let this, get the pot to get some flavor. And I'm not cooking a lot because I'm not a Tun Cornmeal lover. And then I'm going to be adding milk. Some people turn it with just the water, but I'm going to turn it with coconut milk, and butter is optional, or oil if you want to add, just a little bit of oil. So in 5 minutes I'll get back. So guys, I'm going to add also pimento seed allspice. That's optional, you don't have to add allspice, but I like when my pot is bursting with flavor. So now guys, 5 minutes later, I have here 3/4 cup of milk that I'm going to add to the Tun Cornmeal. And let me open up the bag of cornmeal here. So guys, I'm going to use 2 cups of cornmeal. So this is a half a cup, so it's 4 of this I'm going to measure out. And I'm just going to remove the scallion, the thyme, the onion, and I decided to put just a handful, guys, like 2 tablespoons. I decided to put like 2 tablespoonfuls. I decided to put 2 tablespoonfuls of or a tablespoon of mixed vegetable. That's optional, okay? So there's a lot, like everybody does their Tun Cornmeal different. So and all this is just mixed vegetable, is just to give the pot a bit of a color. Let me remove the thyme, the scallion, and the pimento seed, the allspice. So the allspice is optional. I don't want to be biting on the allspice when I'm eating tun cornmeal. Yeah, so, and then let me remove the garlic also. You could keep the garlic if you want. Some people don't put garlic and all these things, but I like to, you know, flavor in the pot. Okay, so then the cup and a half of water came to a boil, and then now I'm gonna add the cornmeal and start turning it. So as I said, this is a half a cup, so I'm gonna put 4 cups. I'm not gonna level off the cornmeal, guys. So then you start turning the cornmeal. Let me turn the flame down because I don't want it to start sputtering. So that's 2. That's 4 cups of cornmeal. And then I'm gonna add the milk. I have water here boiling, extra water, because I measure, guys. Okay, I measure, and some Jamaicans, they don't use, so that's a cup of water. I'm adding an extra cup of water. They don't use the type of measuring cup that I use. So you find when they put the recipe out, you end up with a different amount of water in your pot or liquid, because the recipe says ask for a cup, says a cup and a half of water, and then my water was little, because you see Jamaicans, they use like this type of cup to measure both cornmeal and liquid, wherein I use a dry, and or most Jamaicans I should say, I use the dry and the liquid measuring cup. So yeah, I added a cup of water and 3/4 cup of milk. So some people don't like their tun cornmeal, and I added 4 cups of this, but I didn't level it off. Okay, so if you find your cornmeal too dry, then you can add water, but I'm gonna add some more milk. So that was 3/4 cup of milk, and you know, if the tun cornmeal is, you find the cornmeal to be too dry, actually I think I'm gonna add all this milk. So it's a Dunn's River, and this is 400 milliliter of milk. Yeah, so I ended up adding 2 and half cup of water with the 400 ml of milk, milliliter of milk. And then you're just gonna turn the cornmeal, guys. Turn it on a low flame, because this you're gonna put it to steam Some people don't like to use milk. They use only water. Because if this is gonna steam for half an hour, there has to be enough liquid, right? That was too dry. I was following a recipe, but I find I ended up with, you know, when I use the correct measuring cup, wherein Jamaicans don't use the right measuring cup. They use, like, a lot of Jamaicans, I wouldn't say all Jamaicans, they use like this, the same liquid for the dry. Anyway, I'm gonna turn it on a low flame and then leave to steam. So your salt, you can put anywhere from a 1/4 teaspoon of salt to, you know, if you want to put dashes, or if you want to put a 1/2 teaspoon. So yeah, turn the cornmeal. And some people don't like their cornmeal too dry. Some people like it a bit moist, and some people like it dry. But I like it, you know, semi. A bit dry and a bit moist. So you turn it. You turn the cornmeal, guys. You turn it, and then I'm gonna cover this. And this is gonna steam for, let me put just a little bit of water more. Just about 4 tablespoons. Yeah, 4 tablespoons to 6 tablespoons more of water. So my stove goes up to 10. I'm gonna turn it down on, because I don't want it to stick, on 3. I'm gonna put it on 2, guys. You can put it between 2 and 3, halfway. And I think in France, guys, they call it, or other parts of the world, they call it, some people call it polenta. They call it Tun Cornmeal, and some people call it polenta. So I think I'm gonna cover this, guys, with baking paper. So guys, I wanted to add some butter, so let me put just a little bit of butter. Yeah, you turn the cornmeal. I'm making Tun Cornmeal here. In Patois, we say Tun. Turn cornmeal, you take the letter R out of the word. Turn and say Tun Cornmeal. Tun Cornmeal, okay? So yeah. In 10 minutes, I'll check on this. I'm gonna let it go for like half an hour. So guys, some people make their Tun Cornmeal without covering it with foil paper, but I'm not gonna use foil paper, guys. I'm gonna use, and don't forget, I'm gonna use parchment paper. Don't forget to, you know, turn the cornmeal. You turn the cornmeal, and some people say polenta. You turn it, use a fork and turn the cornmeal, right? So 5 minutes later, it's not looking bad. And remember, you saw what I did earlier. It was too dry with the recipe I was using, so you know you have to add some water or milk. And then I'm gonna cover You see the cornmeal, it's all gritty now. You can't eat it. And cornmeal is something that will hurt your tummy, so you make sure it's cooked properly. So I put some people, if you want to put foil, you can, but I'm gonna use a parchment paper. And then I'm gonna put the stove on 2. The stove goes up, that's low. The stove goes up to 10, so I have it on 2. Okay, I hope 2, it doesn't stick on 2. They say you put it on low, but low for me is 2 because, you know, I want it to cook steam. So it's kind of like when I'm steaming rice. If I'm steaming rice, I have it on 2. So yeah, I'll leave it on 2 and then we'll get back in half an hour. So guys, some people like to just leave their cornmeal to steam, but 10 minutes later I like to check. Okay, just to make sure it's not sticking. So 10 minutes later, after, you know, being covered, I'm gonna stir it some more. I like to, or turn it then. Turn the cornmeal. I use a fork to turn it. Right? So that the heat can be distributed evenly. So guys, I'm not a Tun Cornmeal lover, and people used to say that this is dog food. They say Tun Cornmeal is dog food and chicken back is dog food. Not chicken back. They say Tun Cornmeal is dog food and chicken back is poor people food. And also Tun Cornmeal is poor people food. But guys, people enjoy it, like, and you know, other people call it polenta, and people enjoy this meal, and they don't see it as poor people food. It's enjoyment, right? They just enjoy it, they love it. I'm not a Tun Cornmeal lover, guys. In Jamaica, when my mom used to give it to me, she don't cook it a lot, but you know, just to get us to try it, she would make it, and I would be thinking it's dog food based on what I hear people, you know, say that they cook it and give it to dogs, you know, or poor people food. But yeah, people enjoy these things. So yeah, I'm just here turning the cornmeal. Some people just leave it covered and, you know, leave it, don't touch it until it's done, but I like to turn it. And then after this, so this is 10 minutes into being covered, and then I'm gonna have it covered for another 15 to 20 minutes. Right, I did this just to check to make sure it's not burning, because depending on your stove, right? And guys, I'm gonna, this Tun Cornmeal, I'm gonna reheat it with some curry chicken back. Let me put it on the stove. Curry chicken back, and also I'm gonna reheat some the leftover red herring, because this Tun Cornmeal, because I'm not a Tun Cornmeal lover, I think I will enjoy it with the chicken back or the red herring. So I'm gonna reheat both, and then when it's done cooked, we'll serve. So we'll get back in 15 to 20 minutes. So guys, 20 minutes later, I have my curry chicken there, the red herring reheating. 20 minutes later, let's look at this Tun Cornmeal to see what's going on. I'm giving you this video in the raw patwa, guys. Okay, because if I'm making Tun Cornmeal, I have to speak patwa. Yeah, if I'm making Tun Cornmeal, I have to give it a patwa, guys. Patwa is broken English, right? In Jamaica. But I have fun talking my patwa. So let me turn this thing some more. Turn the cornmeal some more. And I'm gonna test it. Because the cornmeal I'm using, guys, depending on the cornmeal you're using, it might take longer to cook. I'm using this one, the number 120 new pack. Okay, whatever that is supposed to mean, if it's a rougher grain or I'm not sure, but yeah, sometimes they say the coarse grain cornmeal is better, but I'm not sure if this is coarse grain. Some people use the fine grain, which means it takes it cooks faster. The coarser the cornmeal, it takes longer. So even though I say cook it in half an hour, as long as it's not sticking, you know, as long as it's not sticking, you don't have to say, oh, half an hour is what you need to do. You can go more if you want, like 45 minutes, right? If your pot, it's not sticking, it's on a low flame, and as long as there's enough, it's moist enough, yeah. And it also depends, guys. Some people like their cornmeal, their Tun Cornmeal, like a bit not too dry. But you know, if you find making it's too dry, you can add milk or water. And as I said, some people make it with just water. They don't add milk, whether they don't have milk or they choose not to. But guys, this Tun Cornmeal, I did not put too much salt. You can put like a 1/4 teaspoon or, you know, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You taste your pot. But because I know I have my curry chicken here that is like bursting in flavor, and my red herring there, I know I'm good. I don't have to worry, guys. I don't love Tun Cornmeal. Okay, so I'm making it. I know I will enjoy it because I made it. Right, I made it, and I know what I'm having it with. It depends on. I think you'll enjoy it. Depends on what you're having it with. Let me taste this. This is good. So guys, yeah, the Tun Cornmeal, you'll know it's cooked when you feel the grain. It's like the grain is not, it's not gritty, and you know when something is cooked, it tastes like cornmeal porridge. It's just that it's in the form, this form, right? With all that milk that I put, tastes so rich and creamy. But guys, you want to cook it like the mixed vegetable. You could, if you want to put more mixed vegetable, you could. But because I'm doing it for the first time, I don't want to put, you know, too much mixed vegetable. I want to put a little bit. You know, the choice is yours, but you can put mixed vegetable if you want, like a 1/3 cup or 1/2 cup. But what I'm basically doing is turning the cornmeal, so I don't want to you know, put too much mixed vegetable in it. The focus is not on the mixed vegetable. And yeah, so let me turn it here. And this Tun Cornmeal is cooked, guys, but because of the grain, and like cornmeal is something that some people say Tun Cornmeal make their belly puffy, and you don't have to have a lot, you know, at once. And then some people say it's good to drink a glass of milk after. If the cornmeal, some people cornmeal bother their stomach, so they don't cook it. It bothers their stomach. Just like some people, they can't eat the ackee. Right, the ackee bother their stomach. Some people during pregnancy, they can't eat ackee, and then the baby comes and doesn't like ackee. Right, mothers, they used to eat ackee when they're pregnant, or they can't eat ackee because they just don't feel like having the ackee. They can't stomach it, and then you know, the baby would come and not like ackee. Maybe the baby turned the mother from the ackee. So yeah, and that went for my mother, guys. My mother, she never eat the ackee after because she couldn't. Yeah, her stomach couldn't take it, and my sister didn't like the ackee. Right, she born and she grew up and never liked ackee. Yeah, so this cornmeal is Tun, right? So I'm gonna give it, like, guys, that was a total of half an hour. I'm gonna give it like just an extra 5 minutes, and then I'll turn it off, so that's like 35 minutes. And it also depends, you know, if my Tun Cornmeal didn't have like excessive amount of water. So let me just steam it some more, and then I'm gonna share with the chicken back, curry chicken back, that they say is poor people food. I like curry chicken back. I don't cook it a lot because it's bony, and the red herring. So with these two, I know this Tun Cornmeal turn up. So I'm gonna share it, guys. So guys, the Tun Cornmeal is done. And guys, back in the days, I used to think that Tun Cornmeal is, some people say polenta is for people with no teeth. You know, they don't have teeth to chew like old people. so they like the Tun Cornmeal. And then, you know, these people, especially in the country, guys, they would say like braga that on my plate. So guys, right now mega braga the Tun Cornmeal on the plate. Okay, meaning they don't want you to scoop it up or, you know, cup it up nicely. Just braga that pan and plate. So, you know, let me braga the Tun Cornmeal on the plate, and guys, I'm gonna taste it for you to see. Okay guys, so, and this Tun Cornmeal, the way I make it, I don't even have to let it cool. Some people like when it's cool, but my Tun Cornmeal is not soft, right? So me just braga it on the plate. Okay guys, braga, you just, some people make it softer so they will just slap it on like that. Yeah, that's what they mean when they say braga, in opposed to when you cup it up nicely. Let me do some cupping up, and then I'm gonna share with the chicken back and the herring. So there's the Tun Cornmeal, guys. So guys, this Tun Cornmeal, I like it at this consistency. Okay, and if you want it a bit moister, you could put like at 1/3 cup to half cup more water. But I like it at this consistency, not too mushy. Guys, let me now taste the Tun Cornmeal for you to see. And guys, Tun Cornmeal is for vegans, vegetarians, and because I make it, I know I'm gonna enjoy it. But, and then also guys, you can put mixed vegetable. See, that's a carrot. I don't want to put too much mixed vegetable because I'm making Tun Cornmeal. Okay, I'm not. The way you steam it, the way in which you steam your rice, and with my onions and my red herring here. God, this is the real deal. Honestly, it's the first I'm gonna say that I love Tun Cornmeal because I'm having red herring. You can have it with red herring or chicken back. Guys, I'll leave the link to these videos, the chicken back and the red herring. I'm telling you, this Tun Cornmeal is lit. It turn up. This is it. This is it. Guys, honestly, I no longer see this as dog food or poor people food. Okay, this is healthy, and once your Tun Cornmeal is cooked, you will enjoy it. Okay, if it's not cooked, you're not gonna enjoy it. With the coconut milk, hello, guys, I take my word back. I won't say it's dog food. They used to cook it for dog, you know, and then they would just slap it on. They cook it soft, I suppose. Guys, the Tun Cornmeal is good. Honestly, that's my honest opinion. The coconut milk is a plus. Some people cook it without coconut milk, but I'm enjoying it. So guys, you know what? I have to say bye for now, and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and I'm gonna finish enjoying this Tun Cornmeal. Yeah, braga it on the plate, and then I did some in a cup. So thank you guys for joining me in another video, and see you in the next one.